Welcome to the channel. It is a official Lunch and Loot Thursday. We'll kill out that music. It's officially Lunch and Loot. Roughly speaking, that means we're gonna be hanging out for the next hour talking video games. You can always join me if you want in the Discord server. The top link in the description will get you there, and you can come hang out and voice chat and share your thoughts and your opinions. Lots of news going on. If you guys didn't see, Blue Protocol got canceled. They're also shutting down one of the Final Fantasy mobile games, Exodus. I think Brave Exodus has been announced that they're shutting that down. So a lot of little things are happening in the industry today. As I was preparing the Lunch and Loot for today, Star Citizens patch 3.24 or 3.4, one of those patches, one of the numbers has gone live, and so I got that game updated. I'm gonna look at finding some time to get that on the schedule, and hopefully we'll be doing some streams of that. I've been enjoying the Wukong game. It's been a lot of fun. I'm in chapter 2. But today I want to focus in on working on my mage build. I have officially made it into the level 20s. It's been a little bit slow since they took away experience from the Crucible. And if you guys have been keeping score, I anticipated that there was a possibility that they might put out an update to kind of do a fast follow from the previous one to add more to the Crucible. But here we are at the end of August. I think it's a safe bet to say I owe you guys 5 members, so we'll be sure to gift those out here on today's stream. I've got Benjamin over here in chat. Welcome in, dude. Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the Discord server, and I might jump into the Crucible with this character to see if, maybe I can exalt some of this gear and make my build even more powerful. The downside is no experience, so I don't know if we're gonna stay there all day long. All right, I see Yamron is already here in the voice chat. Welcome in, sir. How is your week going?
It's not too bad. Going pretty okay.
Yeah. This week's been super busy because we've been gearing up. I'm actually coaching the boys t-ball league, and so we kicked off our first practice yesterday afternoon. And obviously Texas, it's like, all right, kids, let's keep hydrating, and we wrap up the practice with popsicles, which was the boys like that. Yummy as well. I don't know. I have to assume I haven't had sugar in over a year. I hear it's all the rage with the children.
Not surprised.
Man, so outside of that, there's also been some interesting developments, like in terms of kind of movies and entertainment. Have you been following the James Gunn Superman movie at all?
Very, very little. Last I heard about it was a month or two ago. Last I heard was they wrapped shooting.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Gunn can bring to the DCU, which I felt has been long. Like, that's been something I've been rooting for every movie and then usually coming out disappointed. What's going on? Sonya Blue joining us live. What's happening? Thank you so much for your engagement support across all of my content, Sonya. I always appreciate seeing you there. Dak Kaza says, I bought a new 2.1 speakers with a subwoofer to better hear thunder and no rest for the wicked. There is a map on the floor at the headquarters. I recommend taking a look. Okay, we'll have to see if we can get that done. Let's see here. We'll talk to her. This is on the different world. Oh man, I should probably just swap worlds if I'm gonna just do the Crucible. I don't want to have to unlock Crucible stuff. We should change my realm. I've been actually progressing this realm, the mage leveling realm, quite nicely. But we'll switch back to Ginger World.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. And then we're seeing did you follow Blue Protocol at all? Because that like literally just
I saw your coverage of it.
Kicked my nuts in is what it was. It's like, come on.
You sounded so depressed in that video.
I wasn't depressed. I was just frustrated. And then as expected, there were people who were like, this is Amazon's fault. It's like, the game didn't succeed. Bandai Namco shut it down.
To do with Amazon.
Like, it doesn't have anything. Like, if it came out here in the West, and then, like, I would think that it would be a legitimate discussion to have for sure. But yeah. Let's see here. Black Trench, nameless pass, Black Trench. All right, we'll go with that one. Let's see here. Boom, baby. All right, let's go try a Crucible run on this. What level am I? I am only level 22. So, man, I really wish the Crucible still gave off XP, because it becomes like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna just go grind out in the open world. All right, it can be fun. It can be profitable. That's how you can make a lot of money. The developers promised to add nunchucks. Where are they? Nunchucks, pipes. That's why, and they tweeted this out today, and so it's not enough to make like a video on, because like it is a active intent not to farm for views. And so it's like, oh, this one tweet, it's like I try to have some level of substance that's going to be in each video I make. But Carol tweeted out like that this next update is going to be, you know, when somebody asked, is it juicy? And he's like, it's extra juicy, which if you factor in what they didn't deliver, the Crucible, Breach update, multiplayer, new weapons, like it's, and then essentially, and the reason why you want to do something like that is that's going to also allow them to kind of take that little marketing push and promote the game. You know, so it's like if my last video, I talked about it as kind of October as a kind of an expectation, and then which honestly, like, there's stuff that I want to play. October's going to be incredibly busy, so you know, we're just gonna have to kind of make do with what we can. Oh, dude, I also have a weapon. I'm not as efficient with it, so I need to get more intelligence. Boom, baby, one shot. And let me just charge this bad boy up. He's pissed. And now he's dead. Yes. Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this feels at level 22 in the Crucible. This is my first like non-level max character in this content. There we go. Hey, all right, next chapter unlocked. All right, let's go. Or chamber, one of the two.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, it definitely disincentivizes the Crucible. That's what we kind of talked about in the interview, Ben. And hopefully, well, and I get Thomas's point. Go ahead.
I think it's meant to incentivize it not as a leveling thing, but as a gearing option instead.
Yeah.
Because people would just, because the whole point is to basically go out into the world and level there.
Yeah. If you make it too profitable, oh shoot,
right.
Then yeah, you run the risk of. Whew. Sit down. Ooh, ouch, ouch. Oh, so satisfying. But I get Thomas's point, because we don't have the full picture, so it could be that like with the Breach and multiplayer update, you're like, oh, this is for leveling, this is for gearing, and you have different choices. The downside is that with the marketing behind the Crucible, like, you want to spend time in the Crucible, and the mode is just that fun. It's a fun as heck, you know, gameplay loop. I'll never get tired of blowing up monsters with fireballs. I'm just gonna run. There we go. Let him fall on his face. Yeah. Yeah. Piss him off. Oh, ow. Danger. The weakness as a mage, you have no without without the beauty of survivability. Oh goodness gracious. Let's get back into it. The think. Yeah, I'm obviously very, like, Blue Protocol shutting down is such a bummer, but then all, you know, like, you start seeing that since the 1 year anniversary update, we haven't heard from the Japanese devs. Since the 1 year update, Amazon is, you know, quietly distanced itself from the game, and so it's like, okay, like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, and then I was like, are they gonna want it to go to 2025? I thought that would have been a better choice, but I guess that the cost of game dev and oh, come on, don't miss. There we go. You got one shot, Brian. Don't miss it. Daz says it's interesting how they differ, how the plague and gloam arose, and Jonah's grotto again with the hallucinogenic flower. Where can I find more information about that? Because like I like lore, but I'm not necessarily great at finding it. So where is there? Do they have in-game stuff that we can read up, or is that just stuff that's on the Discord? Are we talking about a Destiny 1 Grimoire situation? Yeah, one of the downsides of my armor is like if I take damage, I'll lose stamina. I'm like, I want to find a different negative perk or a better piece of gear for that. There we go. Now we're getting momentum.
Yawning a lot.
You're yawning a lot?
Yeah.
Late night?
No, just didn't sleep well.
I slept okay, but not...
I just kept waking up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
You got a little sleep apnea?
No, I'm probably just stressed.
Okay. What you stressed about?
Just... my career and stuff, so...
yeah.
Just... yeah, I got 4 months to turn things around, so...
Okay. I'm rooting for you.
It's enough time, but just have to working.
Yeah.
And that's...
Is this your writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically plan A
Woohoo! Almost lost that one.
didn't
Pan out.
hasn't panned out yet, so I'm basically like, well, plan B. So the plague changes living creatures, hypertrophies them, and luminous mushrooms, gloam, also change living creatures in their own way.
Ah, okay. So we're talking about two different whole. Okay, that makes a lot of sense in terms of that. Where you have plague as one system over here, you have gloam as another system in which that is having an impact. Obviously, you know, in this case for enemies, modifying them in some way. Thanks guys for the 10 likes, by the way. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate that engagement. See here. 5% chance enemy dies on hit. Yeah. Man, a lot of cursed echoes on this round. Yeah, if I can exalt an armor piece or two, that's gonna make this all worth it. Yeah,
That should work out.
yeah. So is your plan just to budget more time to sit down and write, or is there?
That's part of it. It's also just working on a completely different set of stories that I think have more profitability to them.
Okay, that's good.
So more, I guess, more godly, I guess.
All right, we'll see.
More along the straight and narrow. Makes any sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
So.
All right. Oh wow, I just blew that guy up. Oh, that's right, because I have that 5%. Oh, come on. I was out of that. By talking with some of the guards in the city, you find out what is located in the north, south, east, and west of Sacramento. I need to go, yeah. Talking to NPCs in an RPG. Imagine that. Yeah, I need to do some more of that. Come on, get out of that. I pissed them all off. Oh, come on.
Live, Brian.
Survive. Gosh, darn it.
I mean, that dog.
Oh God, and he misses.
Wow. Thread the needle, man.
Dude, this is getting risky. Go, gotta run. Run, no. Nail biter. There we go. Okay, got one of them.
I think it's funny. Two dogs in front of you, you miss both of them.
Yeah.
That was funny. Brian, now's not the time to go through traits.
Oh, I got to. It is always the time to go through traits. It's like, okay, I gotta see if I can't turn the table, change the odds up a little bit here. Daz says, in the East, in his opinion, there is a cemetery for lost ships in Wales in the North, where there are harpies and Marin Sky Forest. Yeah, the Forest of Marin, the village of Marin, and the forest that surrounds it. I don't know if that's going to be included in the breach, but I think that they showed it off in the trailer. They showed that corrupted bear as well, things like that. Get those echoes.
When are they gonna do the when's the next update?
October. If they hit it in September, that's going to be impressive. But I think October makes sense. And if they could do it after the New World Eternum launch, that would be really, I would really appreciate that. But I know that people who aren't looking forward to the New World Eternum launch will be like, can I get this sooner? And I get it. Or they could go sooner and I could just skip out on Throne of Liberty. Like, you know, so it's like, cool.
I mean, I have mixed feelings about the New World Eternum launch.
I think they have a chance, but they're gonna have to spend a lot of time rebuilding trust, and it's because it's not about the New World Eternum launch. It's literally about what follows it. And if nothing follows the New World Eternum launch, it's like then people, it's like, what are we doing here? Like I can't even like justify that. Like I get what they're doing. I think what they're doing is the right thing. I think they went about it completely in the wrong way. And that should have been just getting the game, not everybody's going to want console release, but not everybody understands just the economics of MMO business anymore, right? Like it's not like what it used to be back in the day.
And apparently people on console are looking for an MMO.
Yes, and an MMO that doesn't have a subscription and an action MMO. You know, like the things that people say they want, New World checks that box really well. But then essentially you also are in it's in its doom spiral.
Although I do think relabeling it as an action RPG, I think is
going to be interesting.
Co-op, I think is a bad move.
Yeah,
because that just makes it, because it is an MMO still,
and
I think them labeling it as an action RPG makes it sound more like it's a single player game.
Yeah,
and it's going to confuse people.
Yeah, I think that is a risk for sure, but I think if it sells the game and people play it, they're gonna like the thing about New World is that nobody complained about was just how fun and good it was, especially in the beginning, right? They're like, it really does like get its hooks in you, and then essentially the question is can it keep its hooks? And that's then where I think it's struggled, namely because with delays, with bugs, with things like that.
So there's a couple things there. I think one, content patches were delayed, kept being delayed. Two, even with those delays, there were still bugs, like game-breaking bugs. That people were really upset about. And I think branching off of that is the lack of just content overall. You have seasons, not season. You have seasons, but you also have like seasonal events, which is fine, but that's not what people want. You know, people want new dungeons, they want new raids, or new, whatever.
Right, and the fact is we didn't really get any of that this year. And it's like, come on. And so if they can follow up the New World Eternum with like, so if it comes out in October and if in December there's like, hey, here's a new dungeon, like if they can get in the habit of like, here's a new thing that you can do, where gamers aren't waiting, I think it's gonna be great. That's the same cycle that No Rest is in right now. Like, hey, I want new, The thing is, I want more. It's like, yeah, we all do.
Right, except the issue is that New World has to live off of that
Yes.
stream, whereas No Rest for the Wicked can go a year or two.
Oh, that didn't kill it.
Not 2 years, but can go a year. No Rest for the Wicked can go a year without content.
Wow, these guys are getting stronger. Yeah, exactly.
Technically speaking.
You're 100% right. Because also, like, No Rest, because it's an early access, I think it gives them a lot, like, because people will be, are going to complain, but that's just the nature of humanity. But it gives them that ability to have that, hey, hey, there was a problem. Hey, no worries, we figured it out, we fixed it. And then release, you get that marketing, you get that hype, you get that whole wave again, because especially the game's not on consoles. So with No Rest, all of a sudden, I think you're going to see a big marketing, improvement in the overall game, and then that's going to be, people are going to be excited because it turns out it's a really freaking good game, and so
yeah.
Here we go. The Senshell looks like he exalted all the parameters to himself. I don't. I'm sorry, Daz, you lost me on that one, bud.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means either.
Yeah, because I just exalted this ring, and it's like now these guys have gotten much harder. So yeah, I used to be able to one-shot with the fireball on the first part. Not today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Little headache there from. Jeez. There we go. Gotta play this a little bit more cautiously. Sweet. I did exalt one item, which is exciting. If I get close to exalting a second item, I'll do it. But then I want to go get some experience, because I think the thing that would also benefit me greatly is stats.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because these guys, like, I am hitting like a ton of bricks, but these guys got a lot of life, so.
Yeah.
Whew. Genius. Okay, let's see if we can get something. Regenerate 5 health and kill or stagger. I'll take it. The start of each chamber, but health oh, wow. No, we're gonna not take that one. We'll take that one.
That's a bad idea, yeah.
Maximum health increase by 25%. All right, cool. Got some extra life. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I thought there was a big boy up here. Yes. I'm interested to see what they do with the magic system, because that's been one of the things Thomas has alluded to in terms of them reworking kind of the elements and whatnot. Like, yeah, let's see what that's all about. There is. Love to see that proc. There we go. Cool. Here we go. We're making our way. We're making our way. What wonderful effects there are from ice, fire, lightning, and plague. You can even hear the sound of the plague emanating from the weapon like sparks. Dude, the sound design in this game is phenomenal, Daz. I think you're spot on. Was it you who also got the 2.1 sound system? There was somebody who did to hear more of the thunder, which is like tip of the freaking hat, man. Get that that immersion.
I mean, that's going back to New World. That's one thing that made the game so good. The sound design of the game is amazing.
Yeah, it makes me really interested to see what they do with Lord of the Rings, but then I'm seeing lots of negativity around the Amazon Lord of the Rings series, and I'm just like, oh gosh, I hope they don't ruin the MMO they're making.
Yeah, the show is pretty bad. one, I understand.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
But hopefully the game is better. We'll see. You change spells and make them more unique? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I have like one of the things about like spells, especially as it exists right now. Let me pick some things here. 5 critical damage. Critical take 15% more damage. I don't want that one. Gain additional random food effects. Nope. Okay. The let's see here. I go to my character. Man, what was I gonna think? We were talking about magic. Yes. Okay. So if I look at, I actually just got this unique bow, which I'm gonna have some fun with. I need to get that transferred over to my my archer. But yeah, where's my? Oh, here's my equipment. So I have this. This needs 42 intelligence, so I don't have it. But it's got ice sweep, hail, glacial spike, and blink. Right. So it's got some magic there. Obviously, when you roll on these, you get them knocked down to just 2 spells. So it's gonna be about like carrying, I guess, 3 different staves. It'll be interesting to see, because I agree, like customization in the spells and more like that would be interesting. But the animation on the spells, I think, is really good. Oh, not a new Thomas tweet? New Thomas tweet. Hold on.
It's a long one, but worth reading apparently.
It's a long one?
According to Guilty.
There might be a video today, boys. Let's see here. Oh, you're right. Okay. Oh yeah, it is a long one. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's jump into it, guys, if you don't mind. Let's see here. Let me move something around real quick so I'll be able to see chat, as opposed to like, oh, I'm just talking to myself. All right, let's go. And desktop? Yes, is that working? Why can I not see anything?
I don't see anything.
Okay, maybe I need to fix something. Desktop scene, that's fine. Sources. No, I want the...
Oh, what the...
There we go.
I can see your desktop.
There we go.
There we go, okay.
Sweet Action Jackson, baby. All right, fixed it. Okay, let's see here. Let me zoom this in here a little bit. All right, let's go through this. All right. Thomas says, I've recently been studying how fighting games evolved over the past 3 decades, since we'll want to make sure that we don't reinvent the wheel with our PvP and Wicked. And as my voice cracks, I'm always... Oh man, puberty, it's still has its hooks in you, you know. Wicked shares a lot of DNA with fighting games, since our combat model basically works the same way theirs does. The thing that excites me the most is figuring out if we can bring true 3D into all of this and thus change the game. Power Stone is a valid attempt by Capcom 20 years ago, but I don't think it really worked. On the ARPG side, I doubt that the old Diablo point-and-click model will ever lead to the kind of PvP gamers want. So it's hard to see how D4 and even PoE 2 would compete in that regard. Souls PvP is already fun, but that is never elevated to the main event status, and their netcode isn't future-proof. So I think there's quite some potential here to create something innovative that might just capture the zeitgeist. But I'm sure we all need a few iterations of this to truly make it work. Right now, we don't have enough openers, enough options for footsies and mid games, but all that can be figured out within the foundation that we have. I think the magic formula is somewhere between traditional fighting games, Nidhogg, Bomberman, and arena shooters. Given our 3D nature, the arenas themselves will have to do their part instead of mostly just being window dressing, which excites me a lot given the level of design background winning a match, not just pure combat skills, but by also fully utilizing the interactivity within the arenas. Seems like a really smart way to introduce a whole new layer of depth. Let's go see if he said anything else. Let's see here. Let's see. That was the 16th. I won't be able to participate. Yep, that makes sense. Let's check to see if he's got any replies just yet. I recently been studying fighting games, and nope. Okay, well, he's probably going to tweet out some more. So yes, that's going to be interesting to see. All right, cool. All right, let's swap this back to the game. Let's jump back over here. And so what do you guys think about that? I'm liking that he's talking about PvP. Are you guys PvPers? Like, I like PvP, but I tend to, like, as I've gotten older, just have shifted away from it as the main form of why I play a game.
It depends for me. I'll generally play a PvP specific game for PvP gameplay.
Yeah.
As opposed to like if I'm playing an MMO or an RPG, like if I'm playing No Rest for the Wicked, it's not because it has good PvP.
Right.
It's
What
because
if
it's a PvE game.
That's the thing. It's like people have said, it's like, if you want that experience, why not go to a game that just does that one thing? And that was, I think, the promise of what MMO, like the MMO in and of itself, and not calling this an MMO, but like, hey, there's all these different, you know, kind of things that you can take part in.
Yeah.
Seeing how that's changed over time.
I mean,
PvP, if it's COD or Overwatch 2. Are you guys excited about the Black Ops 6? The fact that it's in Game Pass is the only reason I'm gonna I'll probably play it.
I mean, I stopped playing Call of Duty a while ago.
I got back in on it when they brought in like the remake of Modern Warfare 2, and then that was like, it's a fun game, you know. But yeah.
Up Bradley.
Hey, what's up, Brad?
I like PvP, but not if it is serious or the prime end game stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't like PvP when it becomes like you have to go do it to do the thing that you want to do. Destiny eventually kind of self-corrected that, where it's like, all right, as a part of this quest, go into the Crucible and do X, Y, and Z. And, you know, now it's like, oh, you can go do Crucible, or you can go do strikes. So as long as it's like, oh yeah, you can take you can make progress through PvP, you can make progress through PvE. You decide what you want to do. I think that's the most reasonable approach in my book.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, feed me those green orbs. It's so awesome to have a full set of exalted green. Oh crap. Can I get him from up here? Yes, I can. Haha, game in the system. There we go. Excellent. I feel like my my rolls have not been wonderful. Constantly emit a fire pulse dealing heat damage to enemies within a small radius. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll take it. I haven't seen that one yet. They're 100% right. No two runs of the Crucible are the same. Oh, come on. Haha! The fire thing got him. Go. There we go. Dude, made it all the way to the Echo Knight. Let's go.
Watch beat the Echo Knight in one shot.
Dude, how? If that is true, I will gift out an additional 5 members. I owe you guys 5 members here on the channel, by the way. So don't. Let's get that after we fight the Echo Knight here. All right, here we. Yeah, here we go. Come on. I'm just breaking walls with my fireballs. What a waste. Ooh. I gotta come in here and wackadoo him. There we go. There, that one hit him. Oh, crying out loud. Oh no. My poise sucks.
It never ends.
Oh, come on. Thank goodness he didn't follow that up. I would have been beef jerky. is it. I'm down. We'd like to see some sandy landscapes and storms and snowstorms and snowdrifts, ice peaks in the area. Dude, well, and we know that this is like all of 1.0. I guess we'll call it release. All of this, you know, what they, you know, kind of lovingly think of as their Fellowship of the Ring. All of that is going to take place on the Isle of Sakra. And so there is a bigger world, and that they've already alluded that we're going to be heading out to. Sonya says, I like PvP, but if it's serious or the okay, thank you, Yerman, for keeping me honest on the chat. All right, let's gift out those members that I owe you, and we'll go from there. Let's see how. I have to. Can I do it yet from here? No, man. I tell you, come on, YouTube. Got to pop out chat for some random reason. Then it's like now you have all the features. Okay. Membership gifting, and oh, you guys 5. Spinning. Also doesn't even let me see chat when I'm doing this. Move that over there. Let it process. Oh, did it go? Did it work? Yay! There we go.
It worked.
There we go. YouTube. Being a YouTube. All right, some names I recognize. Getting that gifted membership. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the channel. All right, let's see here. I think under the bounty we got yeah, let me go take out the these bounties. Get some experience.
Des Keza says look at the map at headquarters.
Map at which one? The headquarters is where?
I don't know.
If I zoom in. They usually show off people unless I have filters on. Yeah, tell me where headquarters is at. Let me head that way. View the poster. Wanted dead. Name the red. Crimes, assassination, robbery, kidnapping. Description: an all-female gang of brigands. Each wears a signature red scarf as a tribute to their favorite method of violence, the slit throat. The known ideology of principles beyond chaos and profit. Captain Rogoff. Interesting. On the square. Okay. Okay, map of the headquarters.
Wait, is that what he's talking about?
The war room. So, is this the square?
I think you are on the square.
I believe. Am I on the square?
Because if you look at your feet, there's a map of some sort.
Oh, like that? So like this would be
That's a map, yeah.
Sanctuary. Or yeah. Sacrament, and then I guess that's a city. Maybe these are cities. Or there's a port. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the war room. Okay, cool.
War room, okay.
Cool. That also is a map.
Yeah.
I would agree. Like, and well, then the question is this a map of the city? Maybe. Anyway. But they got trees and stuff. Oh, we got trees in the city. All right.
Yeah.
See, there's that same map right there. Repeated. Copy Costa.
It's the same map.
I guess it's this map.
Yeah, he says although the square has the same map, yeah. So it was the one you were standing on before.
So there's there's Sacrament. We got some is this the map you're talking about?
No, it's the one that that was in the square that you walked in on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the same map.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this. This looks like also another map if you think about it, and you can see here, yeah, city to the north.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so probably the woods as well. And then based off of the map, though, it looked like there was a port to the far east because they had a ship symbol. Yeah, it definitely has a ship symbol right there. These look like towers. I can't tell if they're like, forts, towers, or what they mean. Obviously, this is probably saying you're in the red, you're in Sacrament. You are here.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Yes, exactly. Cool. All right, let's go get some of these things done. I hope that Thomas's tweet is followed up by more tweets. I'm interested to see when they show off the gondola system, because they talked about basically like things that you could upgrade the world so you can get around faster.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because it's like there will be improvements to fast travel, but they at the same time, we don't want to oversimplify it so much that it's just like, yeah, you just pop in, pop out. There's no real connection to the world. Freaking archers. I didn't die. In the earlier videos, you saw mill probably located in the lowland meadows. Yeah, that's where I think the next update, when they're teasing out that it's going to be a juicy one, I think it's going to be a pretty significant one. It'll be interesting to see, because do they set the expectation that then the updates are going to be all that beefy and juicy? If it ends up being like both the multiplayer, the breach, and all the good stuff. There we go. Making that experience. That boost on that ring is so helpful. Being that this class uses mostly rune abilities. Ooh. Need to save up some focus. Oh man. Oh no. Oh, that's the down. If I can find a replacement, a better piece of gear for that, because that negative perk when I lose so much stamina whenever I take damage.
Yeah.
Character. Which thing is it? Is it this? Yeah, it's my body piece. I got nothing on the body right now. It's like, oh, like that. Like I feel that all the time. Let's see here. Where do I? That was probably, I didn't touch any of the other whispers because I hubrised.
Is that a chat? No, it's a barrel. Never mind.
Let's not make that same mistake. comes up here. That's gonna be a slow grind. Whew. Thank goodness for that. That wood, it would have hit me.
Keep getting pants.
Yeah, I know. All pants. Oh man, what a smack. Oh, come on. But yeah, like it basically prevents you from dodging. Can I get him? I guess I have to use air magic. A helmet.
I have to say the death animations for enemies is interesting.
Yeah, they like with that was actually a big part of this update.
They just like pull apart.
Like if I switch to this weapon, which I don't like, this weapon wants 42 intelligence, which I'm at 33, so 9 more to go.
Yeah.
This has gained focus and on damage dealt. Maybe I'll play it. Let me smack some enemies around with it and see how it feels. Because I've got different magic on this one.
Right.
Yeah, that definitely has a higher return, but you see that damage is weak.
Yeah, it's pretty low damage.
But I guess you gotta swap that in, and because of that gem that it's slotted is so nice. I don't find those gems that often.
What, focus on damage?
Yeah. Because then I wonder, like, because if the gem applies to both the magic, then it's like you're gonna feed yourself all that beautiful stuff. Fox Vossel, how you doing, man? I haven't talked. I think we've talked a couple weeks ago or something like that. I haven't seen you in a while. I do apologize if I missed your comments. Hey, I got a question. I've played the first acted and tried to get into the endgame dungeon. Did they delete them? No. In fact, they've actually made it easier to get into the endgame dungeon. You got to follow the quest line, though. Let me just pull up the quest itself. Here we go. I think it's, yeah, spoken and unspoken. So what you want to look here for is that quest, which will take you back to the Crucible. So you have to do it again. You know, but it's actually got more story beats to it. So that's unlocks the new Crucible, and they brought that in earlier, so you don't actually have to beat the game. But we did some Crucible runs earlier on today, and there's no experience from them. So if you haven't hit level cap, it's a good place to go to exalt, to kind of improve your gear. but it isn't a place to spend a lot of time in, especially if you're leveling, your first character, or this is my third character so far. Probably gonna do a faith build next. Need to beat the Wukong game too. I'm loving that one. That's a fun one. Oh, there's nobody in here. I always try to pre-game that. Every time I don't attack, that's when they're there.
So Fantastics wants to know when you expect the 4th update.
The 4th update I expected in October. In the latest video, I talk about it in terms of October the 24th or the 31st to kind of give them that extra time to cook. But if it comes out sooner than that, I love when I'm wrong in that case. Like those are times where I'm like, yes. But like if you think about it, where we are in terms of the game, they've got a lot, and it sounds like it's going to be a big update, guys. Like we're talking the breach, multiplayer, and I'm assuming multiplayer. They've kind of hinted at it, but not in a way that they couldn't pull it last minute. For example, they could release all the content and then a couple weeks drop the multiplayer if for some reason they find an issue with it or something like that. But most likely then we might be seeing new weapons and more, and then obviously more parts of the map. Maybe we'll get to go to the woods and see the other areas that we can't get to right now. Oh, come on. Don't miss. Don't do that, Brian.
Didn't they say 2 months of dev for the Crucible was longer than they anticipated?
It wasn't longer than they anticipated. The amount of work that they got done in that time frame was exciting, because the Crucible update, like they looked at the feedback, they looked at the telemetry with the updates and stuff, and were like, you know what, we need to do this. And so then they shifted focus. Now they've already been working on that other stuff already, but they focused in, they got this update done, and now they're continuing and picking up the parts. So for the next update, they're not starting at the same spot that they started with the Crucible. They're starting from work that they've put in for the last couple of years. And Thomas alluded to this in terms of when we talked about the zone design and adding that in, and he estimates like if they were going to make a new area, like start to finish, total amount of time to truly make like a zone, if we just pull up a map, so get my Italian heritage talking with my hands here, talking it like with the zone, 3 to 6 months of dev time to kind of to basically do that. But they've been doing that all along. They've been working on this game for 7 or 8 years, so it's it's not like, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever. It could feel like that, especially as we're all waiting for more, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good time. Hopefully that answered your question. The devs did not specify, and nor would they. The only people they owe that information to.
Or should they?
Is there? No, I don't think you should. I think if anything else, the fact that you do not see stats ever shared about MMOs is the fact is that game, like we see people use Steam charts and continue to draw the wrong conclusion.
The only people who should know how much money a company is making is A, the company, and B, if it applies to shareholders.
Yeah, they we in the interview, and if you guys haven't seen the interview, I know it's a long one. Tom, we did talk about Perfect Division, because it's like we know that like Perfect Division is getting shut down. They're finishing working on these games. And he said that like had the game not sold as well as it did, like it's done numbers, and that they're very, very pleased with. That they might be in trouble at that point, but they've sold enough that like from a budget and a monetary perspective, they're good to go. Yeah, that guy's beefy. They've chased me here before, so that's definitely a bug.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go. There we go. There we go. What am I doing, Brian? What am I doing? Go talk to the Whisper. So if they murder you, you will live.
Why is
Private Division is shutting down because the parent company, is it Take-Two? I don't know who owns Private Division. They're just shutting them down. Right, what's happening right now is a function of market economics. Do you want me to? Can I nerd out with you guys for a little bit, because it's just it's
Does
such
it
an
stem-
interesting.
Does it stem from the intense hiring wave from COVID?
That's a factor. So during COVID, like everybody was stuck at home. Gamers historically.
Everyone's just saying nerd out.
Okay, great. Yes. That's why you guys are the best. So there's so many little parts of this, right? Like there isn't I don't think there's a one linchpin, but there's all these moving levers that are causing all these problems. So first and foremost, you have what many people have alluded to, the COVID bump, the pandemic, the lockdown. Gamers, the average gamer, like when you just look at it in terms of averages, plays roughly 7.1 hours of video games a week. Now, sometimes that's more for me, sometimes it's less. Generally speaking, that's the average. You can use that with historical games to figure out basically how many players are playing, because we all have that same limitation, time. There's only 24 hours in a day. And some of us are, we got to work and we got to sleep, right? So those are some factors. So you only have so much. And over the course of the week, 7.1. The lockdowns, what's up, Dave? Dave. The lockdowns push that up to like 8.5. So, and that's significant. That's a big boost in people's entertainment coming from video games. So naturally, lots of investment. The other side of the coin of that is it takes 5+ years to make these video games. So roughly speaking, they see this big bump, they make this big push in investment, and then all of a sudden the numbers start going down. And then what you end up seeing is you also have the other factor. You got Gamergate 2 waging, but this is a rejection of like ESG and these DEI initiatives. So money has gotten way more expensive. Game developers, they actually don't put their capital on the line. Technically, they use it as like collateral, and they finance the games, and they were able to do so with these super low interest rates through ESG funds. And that's why you see DEI becoming such a huge thing and all of a sudden impacting these games. Well, those games have taken a long time to come out. Turns out when you don't hire off of merit, you end up running the risk of making bad products. And so we're seeing many games come out and underperform expectations. The ROI on these games isn't what it used to be. And to factor in how you figure out what ROI is when it comes to game development is you factor the amount of money you spent over the time you spent it, and then you compare that to the market average. If you just put that into an index fund and made the market average over that same period of time, did you beat it or did you fail to beat the market average? And if you failed it, it did not live up to your ROI standards, and thus it is considered a disappointment. Square Enix is very well versed in all of this. They are very that's why you see every Square Enix big game is usually followed by didn't make up to expectations. So yeah, that's one piece of it. Like you have all these different moving parts, and so what we're seeing right now is a natural retraction that was going to happen, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sitting here, living high on the hog. I got to go work. That's why these lunch and loots are roughly an hour. It's like, this is kind of the reality. And that means I have less time to game. Most of us, especially here at this community, are growing and, we're doing things with our lives, either starting families, hope to start families one day. And within that level of responsibility, that also takes an impact on our time to game. And I think there's a natural fatigue with live service where everybody's just been feeling like we've been getting nickeled and dimed for so long. And we also have these very well established live service games. You look at World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14, whether you're burnt out or you're enjoying the latest content, those are 15+ year old games, guys. People aren't necessarily investing in playing and spending like some of the projections that people thought that they would be doing several years ago. And so these companies have to course correct. Can they? Yes. Will they? They are. Unfortunately, it's usually married with lots of layoffs, and that's where we go with it. Kitty Hawk, what's going on, Wes? Brian the Hog. Okay, new biker channel coming. My dad said if he ever saw me on a motorcycle, he'd kill me himself. He's just like,
is that a challenge?
It's like, right? It's like, all right, Dad. He was always like, and now that I'm married with kids, like I could easily say, because I've had friends unfortunately get seriously injured with motorcycles. I could say that I'm at a point where no, I'm not gonna get a motorcycle. Hey man, seen any of the fan concepts for Wicked? True Omen says, no dude, are they on the Discord or something like that? Like, feel free to share them with me. This is one of my most anticipated games. You're doing such a great job of coverage of it. Thanks, Dave. Dude, yeah, the fact is, I think this is definitely a game that is easily in that category. And already, the nice thing is, you can enjoy it. And whenever you hit that point where you're like, I'm not having as much fun as I did leveling up this character or what have you. Well, you know what? There's so many other really good games out there right now. I think that's another thing too. Like, we didn't even talk about it in that piece. There's a lot of really good games for people to play and enjoy, both in terms of their backlog, but also just look at last year alone. Who's completed like I haven't even played Liza P, and people keep telling me I should play that, you know? So anyway. I'm glad I'm not the only one who struggles today.
Moon Studios made it. There's also PvP. PvP is coming.
And we actually PvP was talked about today. Like, literally, we covered it earlier in the stream. I'll have a dedicated video going over that and any other updates. And that meant, yeah, I'm probably not going to come out today, as a heads up. Probably going to be tomorrow. That Archer, man, I tell you.
I'm not sure I bought. Okay, that's decimal. If you're interested in my.
Oh gosh, this guy's fast.
4 cents. Okay.
What's up? Sorry, can you repeat that? What did you say?
No. That's Keza talking about. I guess he's Russian. How much you bought it for, and
how much you bought the game for?
Yeah. $30
I wouldn't call it an open world. I would not call it an open world, but I paid I think $35 with tax. I didn't do the weird loophole that they did with the various different content creators. And I say weird is because you still end up getting the Steam version, but it was just like, okay. I thought I killed you. I thought I killed this guy.
Viral on Reddit and Discord and fan arts.
Okay, I'll have to go check that out.
That's True Omen. I don't even know if that's their Twitter or whatever.
I see that when they tweet out the like the little animation stuff that they've been working on. Oh good, challenge kill to be killed. There we go. Oh gosh. Whoa! Woo! Okay. Come on, burn, burn, burn. There it is. There it is. Woo! That was definitely a fight well earned. Thomas, you're 1,000% correct. 1,000%.
Are you a stalker or a talker on Discord? Who?
I would say I'm a lurker on the Discord. I talk from time to time, and people are like, "Oh, hey, it's Ginger," and whatnot. And I'm like, "All right, just treat me like a normal guy. I'm just a fan." Which is the best part about my name is like people go like, "Can I call you Ginger?" Like, is this allowed? Yes. You can also make fun of me. It is perfectly allowed.
Good to know, Keza.
All right, there's one. Boom. All right, sweet. Loot 10 chests. Loot 15 large chests. All right, let's go unlock some iCore. It's been the lunch and loot time. Yes, I am Russian from Russia. We are Russians. We are Slavs. We are
Scythians and Northerners.
Das Bedang.
And his name
There it is. Woo! I shared the joy that John Cena followed me on Twitter, which was exciting to see because I don't care, but it's also he apparently follows everybody, so it's like
I was gonna say don't feel special. He follows everyone.
It's like he follows everybody, but I'll take it. And so I in Discord was like, Mike, it's finally happening. We've manifested it.
I just woke up. Yay, work.
Not gonna check your concepts, people are there. True. Are you a part of our Discord? Because like, if there's anything you'd like me to check out specifically, like hit me up, dude. Like we've got a whole Discord community here. Top link in the description for anybody who's interested in it. Now, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this Lunch and Loot. We got the podcast tomorrow, which will be fun. We got Mugen Lord coming on. We're going to be talking about the gaming news, all the different shutdowns, and so much more. We live stream that at 11:30 a.m. on Friday Central Time, and then once it's finished processing, we bring it back. And then we're working to get some of the Kotaku or Katekus on the podcast. We'll have to do that as a kind of a special Monday, sometime maybe in September. So some cool things, some interesting discussions to be had. I believe vehemently that it's not about, what I'm very against cancel culture. It's about communication. It's about talking and working out our differences, especially when it comes to these kind of topics. But yeah. All right. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me on a random Friday. Or Thursday. I'll keep this one up for anybody who's watching this as a VOD. If you watch this as a VOD, sound off in the comments with VOD Squad. Love seeing it. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the next piece of content that I make. Bye.